Have you ever felt like no matter how much effort you put in, success just doesn't seem to show up? You work hard, stay busy, maybe even save a little, but something still feels off. There's a good chance you might be stuck in what we call the wealth trap. How poor thinking is silently sabotaging your success. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at how your mindset could be holding you back and what you can do to change that. We'll talk about common stereotypes around wealth and why public opinion often gets it wrong. You'll learn how true wealth isn't just about cash in the bank, but includes assets, investments, and even debt used the smart way. We'll explore how people like Elon Musk challenge the usual ideas of what it means to be rich, and how real success often comes with risks, responsibility, and long-term thinking. Stick around until the end, because we'll share some practical habits and strategies that help build a healthier, wealth-focused mindset in everyday life. If you're part of the Luxo-Life community, or just finding us now, thanks for being here. Your support means a lot, so if this content brings value, feel free to like, share, or subscribe when it feels right. Let's get started. Debunking negative stereotypes of wealth. Let's begin by talking about something that's often misunderstood: wealth, and more specifically, how billionaires are seen by the public. Many people tend to view the ultra-rich as greedy, selfish, or disconnected from everyday life. This belief is common, especially online, but it rarely shows the full picture. When we only see wealth through a negative lens, Struxies, it can quietly shape how we view money, success, and even our own potential, often without us noticing. In reality, wealth is more complex than just having a big bank account. Take Elon Musk, for example. Most of his wealth is tied up in companies like Tesla and SpaceX, not in cash he can freely spend. His role shows that real wealth often comes with pressure, responsibility, and long-term commitment, not just luxury and comfort. Whether we agree with how he operates or not, his story shows that wealth can also mean building something bigger than yourself. This doesn't mean we should put billionaires on a pedestal, but it does mean we need a more honest conversation about what wealth really looks like. Judging success without understanding it can lead to frustration, negative thinking, and a mindset that keeps us stuck. When we stop seeing wealth as something bad and start understanding how it actually works, we open ourselves up to learning, growing, and building our own version of success on our own terms, understanding the true nature of wealth. Now, let's understand the true nature of wealth. A lot of people think being rich means having piles of cash sitting in the bank, ready to spend. That idea is simple, but it's not how wealth actually works for most successful people. Real wealth often doesn't come in the form of cash at all. Instead, it's usually tied up in things like businesses, stocks, real estate, and other valuable assets. When someone owns shares in a company, that's wealth. But those shares can't always be turned into cash right away. And sometimes, wealthy individuals borrow money against those stocks instead of selling them. It's a smart move that helps them keep growing their wealth while avoiding big tax bills. These kinds of financial strategies may sound complicated, but they're actually common among the rich, and they're a big reason why wealth isn't as simple as having money in a checking account. This is where a lot of the confusion comes in. When we hear someone is worth millions or even billions, we imagine they can spend all that money whenever they want. But in many cases, that wealth is locked into investments or businesses. It's not instantly available, and it can even go up or down depending on the market. That's why looking at net worth without context can lead to some big misunderstandings about what it really means to be wealthy. The more we understand how wealth actually works, the more we can start thinking differently about money, success, and what's really possible for our own financial future. Risk, responsibility, and the price of success. Yes, we said that the possibility of our own financial future could be big, but success comes with a price. It's not just about hard work or long hours. It often involves real risk and personal responsibility. When we look at companies like Tesla or SpaceX, we usually see the success in headlines. What we don't always see is the pressure behind the scenes, the personal financial risks taken by the people driving those ventures forward. Take Elon Musk, for example. He didn't just create companies. He poured a huge part of his own money into them. At times, he risked everything to keep things moving. That kind of commitment goes beyond bold ideas. It's personal, it's stressful, and it could have failed. Behind every major success is usually a moment when things nearly fell apart. That's the kind of responsibility that often gets overlooked when we talk about wealth. Wealth built through business and innovation doesn't just come with rewards. It comes with weight. It means making decisions that impact employees, investors, and entire industries. One wrong move can affect thousands of people. That's why financial success at the highest level isn't always comfortable or easy. Understanding this side of the story helps us see wealth more clearly and reminds us that true success often comes with real sacrifice. Mindset shift. From poor thinking to abundance thinking. Now, let's shift your mindset. Because what we believe about money shapes how we live, earn, and grow. The idea is simple but powerful. If you want to get rich, stop thinking like a poor person. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about noticing the thoughts that quietly hold us back. When we believe there's never enough, or that wealth is only for the lucky few, we build mental walls that are hard to break. Poor thinking often shows up in ways we don't even realize, like avoiding risk, fearing failure, or always choosing short-term comfort over long-term gain. These patterns keep us stuck in a cycle of financial stress. But abundance thinking opens the door to growth. It means trusting that there's more out there, that we're capable of building something better, and that smarter choices lead to better results. This kind of mindset shift doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, awareness, and a willingness to question what we've learned about money. But once our mindset changes, our actions do too. We stop settling. We start planning, investing, and thinking bigger. That's when real progress starts. And that's how we step out of the trap and into a mindset built for wealth, the value of real assets versus depreciating currency. After the mindset shift, let's now understand the value of where we actually put our money. Many people think holding onto cash is the safest option, but over time, money loses its value. This is called depreciation, meaning what we can buy with the same amount today will likely cost more in the future. That's why investing in real assets like gold or real estate can be a smarter move. These assets usually increase in value, while cash slowly loses its power. The goal is to protect our money by putting it into things that grow, not shrink. There's also a concept called Gresham's Law, which says bad money drives out good. When governments print more currency, its value weakens, and people naturally try to hold on to stronger assets, like gold or property. This shift impacts how wealth is spread. Those who save cash often lose buying power, while those who invest in appreciating assets tend to stay ahead. That's why the wealthy focus on value, real estate, businesses, and commodities, because they understand how money moves. It's not about luck. It's about choosing assets that hold their worth over time. Smart investment strategies, leveraging debt for growth. Here's a smart investment idea that might sound surprising at first. Using debt to build wealth. Most of us grow up hearing that all debt is bad, but the wealthy often see it as a tool. Instead of borrowing to buy things that lose value, like cars or gadgets, they use loans to invest in things that grow in value over time, like real estate, stocks, or businesses. This strategy allows their money to work harder, even without having a lot of cash up front. The key difference is purpose. While many fall into debt for short-term purchases, the wealthy use debt to create long-term value and income. For example, using a loan to buy a rental property can generate monthly cash flow, while the property's value increases over time. This kind of financial strategy challenges the habits that keep people stuck in the wealth trap. By shifting from spending to investing, even if it means using debt wisely, we open the door to real, lasting growth. Daily money habits that signal abundance. Now, here are some daily money habits you can start doing to build a stronger connection with your finances and develop an abundance mindset. One simple but powerful habit is always accepting honest money, even if it's just a few coins or a small gig. Saying yes to income earned with integrity helps train your mind to respect every dollar. Another habit is keeping your money organized. Just like Marie suggests, keeping your wallet tidy, tracking your spending, and staying aware of where your money goes shows that you're ready to handle more. These small habits send a clear message: money matters, and you're paying attention. They may seem minor, but these habits shape how we think. They help build discipline, focus, and consistency, qualities that show up in how we earn, spend, and invest. Ignoring or avoiding money often leads to stress or lack, but handling it with care, even in simple ways, invites more of it in. The goal isn't to become obsessed. It's to create a daily rhythm that reflects respect and readiness. And over time, that shift in behavior creates a mindset that moves us from scarcity to possibility. The role of financial education in avoiding the wealth trap. Having said all of these, financial literacy is one of the most powerful tools we can have to avoid falling into the wealth trap. It's more than just knowing how money really works, how to grow it, and how to avoid common mistakes that quietly hold us back. Without this knowledge, it's easy to make emotional decisions, fall into poor spending habits, or stay stuck in the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Even when our income goes up, knowing how to invest, understanding inflation, or recognizing the difference between assets and liabilities can completely shift our financial path. At the same time, bad habits like overspending or relying too much on credit can keep real wealth out of reach. That's why education matters. It helps us see the big picture, make smarter choices, and break free from the patterns that keep others stuck. With the right financial knowledge, we don't just avoid the trap. We build a future that works in our favor. And that's a wrap. We hope you found value in today's video. If you did, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, give it a thumbs up, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to Luxo-Life and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one. Luxo lovers.